hopefully some of that growth shows in this match, and we'll have a really close match. And
let's get ready for a kickoff.
Right to it with game one. Random Fox. Is that Cat? Is that who I refer to as Cat?
Oh, did the whole team do it?
I see. No, Cat.
The whole team did it.
All right.
They are all random.
So it's pretty neutral right now, but we got blue pushing up to orange side. See if Random can get this off the corner and into the mid for his team. Looks like he's not able to do that. He tries to flip to get it centered, but it just doesn't quite work out. Cat tries to clear this out of their goal line, and he gets another shot at it and gets it off to the side. Random Cat's going to go up to the wall. Nola's going to challenge this. It's a pretty good 50-50 by Nola. And then Randomize gets it right up their wall. This should be an easy clear for Orange, unless... Oh, Fox just barely gets a piece of it to keep it out of their goal. Cat's starting to take it up the field. Big boom by Colonel Mustard. Cat's slowing it down over here. Nola's on the wall, trying to push closer toward Orange side. Seems like both teams are having a little bit of trouble when the ball gets into the corner. They don't know quite how to hit it. You really want to get behind it in a way that's going to hit it upfield. Especially because a lot of times when the ball's in the corner, you're in ball cam, you're not really able to see your teammates very well. So you want to make sure you just get it away from your goal. Squall hit it on the side wall. See if one of his teammates can follow it up. Fox is there. Random hits it up the wall, off the ceiling. Fox is up for it. So is Cat, and oh, Fox gets the fake and Cat pushes it toward their goal, but the post saves it.
Those are always a nasty shot. The post is my worst enemy.
The post is MVP goalie of every game I've ever been in. Fox, good pull off the wall here. He's following it, almost gets it, but Randomize is able to clear it. Cat bumps it up in front of their goal one more time. Blue's just able to keep it away from Orange to keep them from scoring. And again, we're spending a lot of time in this corner, see if they can get it past. But once the ball gets in that corner, we see a lot of 50-50s because those are pretty easy to clear for the defending team. Nola's taking his time getting up to this, hits it high, up on the wall. He's got Colonel Mustard following him up. See if he can get a good pass. He does not. Gets cleared all the way back over to blue team's side. Random with another high hit. Can't quite follow it up to the wall. Colonel Mustard almost gets a good shot on goal, just barely wide. Cat's going to push it up forward to blue's side. Nola with the clear off to the left. And another thing is when the ball gets up on that side wall, I've noticed both teams kind of struggle with getting it off that wall and in the center for their teammates. It's really good if you can get that mechanic down just in free play or make a custom training for it to pull that ball off of the wall and into a spot where your teammates can push it forward or put it in the goal. Orange is doing a good job of keeping the ball out of possession of the blue team here, but they can't quite get it over to blue team's side.
Yeah, it's interesting that they're not capable of pushing it past their side yet.
Yeah, the ball's spending a long time in midfield right now. There's a big clear by Cat. Noah accidentally bumps it up, centered for Cat, but Cat is not able to make it. It gets blocked.
Random's getting
good push up field. Oh no, it's the own goal! Oh, Fox has got to be feeling that one. That's always rough. He had to attack there because Randomize was there to capitalize on it if he didn't.
And there wasn't much of a defense put on the Lemsox side there.
That's right. Fox was the last one back, so he really had no choice. And those are those defensive rotations that I was talking about that I think Mysticats might have the edge on Lemsox in this match. Random's able to pull it off of him. Nola with a good block. He's hanging up there. Cat goes up for it, but comes back down. Isn't quite ready for it. Random pushing up field. Gets it across. Random should probably come back at this point and let his teammate take it up. But, again, the defensive rotations for Orange are leaving a lot of gaps, but they just barely get that save. Fox pushing up the wall. Let's see if he can pull this one off the wall. And again, it's just something that you really have to practice over and over again. You can just spend like 10 minutes a day in free play and just really work on those mechanics that you don't quite have under your belt. Good clear by Cat, pushes it up field. Grabs the boost so Squall can take over. Fox is up there as well. And these are those offensive rotations by Lemsox that I was talking about. They're able to get the ball up there. That's why it's been at midfield a lot of the time, is because you have a rock versus a hard place. You have Lemsox pushing it upfield with their big clears, but then you have Mysticats with the defense, and that's going to get game one for Mysticats.
Yeah, they just didn't have enough offensive power to be able to get it across the field and onto the Mysticats side to be able to take any shots.
That's right. And of course, you have Randomize, who had 3 saves that match.
Yeah, he was a saving machine in this match.
Yeah. And the number of assists to goals between the teams really shows here, because Colonel Mustard was able to get that assist up to Randomize. And even though Randomize wasn't necessarily... Randomize got the assist up to Colonel Mustard, and then Randomize also was almost able to put it in and caused Fox to own goal it.
Yeah, I was expecting a lot more shots from Lemsox, but like we said, the Mysticats defense was also able to keep it onto the Lemsox side of the field, so not many shots pulling up. A lot of zeros across the board.
Yep.
And we're going to be coming into game 2. Mysticats versus Lemsox. Mysticats with a 1 lead.
And I think there's still plenty of room for what you said with it being a 1-1-1 series.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm hoping for, so we get those 3 games.
Yeah, that was a very even game. I love watching these when it's super close like that. And this will be the start of game 2. Goes over to orange side. Squall jumps just a little late to hit that off the wall. Colonel Mustard with good offensive pressure here, but Cat's able to pull away with it and hit it upfield. Randomize on the back rotation, is able to clear it. Playing slow, able to get it past 2 defenders on orange team. Colonel Mustard just barely stops it, leaves open the goal for Squall, and Squall's able to capitalize on that open goal immediately.
Lemmy actually pushing up and being an offensive player.
Yeah.
Surprises. Now, it's hard for me to try to follow who's who because they're all random currently, and they're all unicorn horned.
Yeah. All right, so Randomize is able to put that over orange goal to keep it on their side, but they haven't had really any openings for a shot yet. That looked like a bit of a double commit by Randomize there because he had his teammate there. Cat's able to push forward, and again, just an open goal by Mysticats.
Here we go with that 1-1-1 possible. Here's the offense that
totally
is,
possible.
Is known for. That's where they're getting those, 5 shots per game. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They see an opening and they take it right away. Gonna start off going over to orange side. Colonel Mustard was actually boxing out on offense there. That was pretty nice. But orange is able to keep it away from their goal. Cat pushes it upfield. It's a high one. He's able to hit it again. Let's see if any of his teammates can pull this off the back wall. If they get another touch, they're pulling a Harlem Globetrotters here. They're going off the backboard repeatedly. Oh, but orange is open, and Randomize is able to just bang it forward with that awesome Dominus hitbox. Just a banger. Yeah, Lemsox just takes a little too long on those defensive rotations. They push hard for offense, but sometimes they push a little too hard. Very neutral kickoff. Blue team had someone to follow up and hit it off the trap. A little bit of confusion here on Lemsox as to who is going to go for that. But once Cat pulled away with it, Fox was able to follow up. Squall hitting it back center. Lemsox is doing a good job of always having someone up to try to put the ball in when they get a pass. And they just keep doing that rotation of hitting it in front of blue team's goal.
Now, chat's not able to see this, but Mysticats seems to be playing a little bit of the mind games that MFB is known for with Whip Dog. And I know that really triggered a few players on Lemsox in that, so maybe might pull through for Mysticats.
Oh yeah, Trash Talk is a cornerstone strategy of Rocket League, and there we have it with Cat getting another goal on Mysticats. Really great pass by Fox there, and then kind of a lucky touch by Cat, but they will take whatever they can get, being one game down here. We still got 3 minutes left in game 2. Anything can happen. Lemsox hasn't pulled away too far, but as long as they can keep Mysticats from scoring on them, they will secure this second game, and we will have a tiebreaker.
That's a dangerous ball right there. Oh no! Nola flipped the wrong way.
Could not get to it. Mysticats' biggest enemy right now is their own mechanical errors. They've given up open goals a lot of times to Lemsox. And as we're finding out, they cannot afford to do so. Again, the wall game. It is tough.
The ball just likes the corner, I guess.
Colonel Mustard going for it backwards. Randomized able to get a nice flick touch on that. Able to keep the ball moving forward, but not quite into Lemsox's goal. Colonel Mustard, that was a good try going for that off the wall there to hit it out to his teammates rather than trying to keep hitting it across. Random with a big hit toward Orange side. Ooh, almost had a big bump there. Big team bump between Randomize and Colonel Mustard. But they barely got through with it. Noah's back on defense for Mysticats. It looks like they're trying to learn their lesson about pulling back and having someone back in goal, but right now they really need to have offensive pressure.
Yeah, that timer is clicking down, and Lemsox just needs to keep the pressure up and push it onto the Mysticats side. Keep it away from their goal.
Absolutely. This is becoming clutch time right now. And if Mysticats can't capitalize on Lemsox's mistakes, like Lemsox has been doing with Mysticats, then that is going to secure this victory. And I'm going to call it right there. I really don't think Mysticats can come back from this one.
Yeah, it's all the same thing. The mechanical error is just not fully getting there in front of that goal.
And it's great that Mysticats, they all trust each other as teammates to hit the ball how they're supposed to. But then when it doesn't happen, that creates huge gaps in their rotations. The best thing Mysticats can do right now is just score 1 or 2 goals so they can have good momentum going into the third game and have high morale. But if it's a total blowout, then that can really affect their play. Especially like we were talking about, this is a pretty high-stakes series here.
Yeah, most definitely, considering these last few games, Mustard almost scoring one, are right before the playoffs, going to be, affecting those seed placements.
Absolutely, and we almost had Mysticats scoring there, but Noah's offensive rotation was just a little too slow to get up there, and that put him out of position back on the defensive rotation. He didn't start going for it until a member of Lemsox was already able to clear it. Almost scored again on Lemsox's goal. Post, goalie MVP.
It's not even the side ones, it's just the top. It's just those very...
Colonel Mustard accidentally centering it for the other team. But Randomize is able to pull it away from their goal. Mustard pushing it up. Randomize is going to follow this, see if he can get it into the goal. He does.
There's one.
And that'll give them just a little bit of forward momentum going into this last game. Good attempt by Cat, although I think he should have trusted the defensive rotation because he had a teammate back in goal who could have gotten a boomer clear on that.
And yeah, that's going to end it for game number 2.
Random going for the clutch aerial off the wall there at the end, but can't quite pull it off. Really good game for Lemsox there.
Let's look at those stats there. 3 goals from Cat. Oh, whoa, right? Reading the names. 3 goals from Cat.
Good
2 goals from Squall. Lemmy, good job, man. You actually pushed it there. Very surprising. The assists.
Yeah, Fox with those passes. He had that one pass right across their back wall that just made it so easy for them to get that ball in the other team's goal.
And then, yeah, shots, they're very aggressive. So many shots in the game. Mysticats, though, they also had a total of 5 shots. 3 from Random, 2 from Colonel Mustard, 2 goals from Random, 1 assist.
Yeah. Yet it's only 1 save from Lemsox, so they were shooting well, but not quite on goal enough. You saw that post block so many of their shots. Again, if the post had a stat field up here on the scoreboard, it might have actually gotten MVP with all those epic saves.
Unfortunately, just mechanical errors on the Mysticat side.
In chat, it appears as though Randomize used to be a competitive Halo player. I don't know if anyone knew that.
Oh, really? I never heard that before, honestly.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. You know, that really gives him a competitive edge.
Most definitely.
Because he really understands
the competitive gameplay and, you know, the feel.
All right, going into our final game. Randomize, again, going for the wall. Almost got a good shot there off the corner from Nola. But Orange is able to keep it out of their goal. Orange knows if they can play defense long enough, they'll get opportunities to score based off of Mysticats' mechanical errors. I think that's really what last game came down to.
Well, they might have also been just, you know, testing the waters a little bit to see how the gameplay was going to go in that first match.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's something that SDG likes to do and whatnot, but besides...
Ooh, almost had a goal there from Lemsox. Just didn't quite get up at the right angle for that aerial. Randomize pulls it up on the wall, gets stopped by Lemsox.
I thought we were going to get an early clear out of the corner, but doesn't look like it.
Yep.
And for anyone just joining in, we are 3 minutes 50 seconds in game 3 of Lemsox versus Mysticats. Both teams have won, and we're going to see who pulls out through this.
Exactly, and this game has been pretty just back and forth in the middle of the field so far. Couple of shots by Lemsox on Mysticats. I don't know if Mysticats has had really much of any offensive pressure this match. Colonel Mustard is trying to make himself available for a pass, but he's also facing backfield. So even if the ball went mid, he wouldn't have been able to capitalize on it. So at that point, you really just have to get back on defense and let Nola push up. Randomize is going to be able to clear this. Again, when it's just off the wall, it makes it really hard because you want to be able to just drive up the wall and hit the ball, but a lot of times these cars' hitboxes aren't tall enough to actually do that.
So many times I've suffered that. It's you go scooting right underneath the ball. It's
oh yeah. If you've ever played Batmobile or any other type of flat pancake car, that is your worst nightmare, is when you can't tell if the ball is on the wall exactly or not. Oh, and Colonel Mustard lets it slip right by him. Cat with a lovely ground goal. Just a nice slow one. Really took his time with this. Got that nice cut. Colonel Mustard was not expecting that. Colonel Mustard really feeling that. Spamming what a save on himself. It feels bad, but you just got to push through it. Colonel Mustard has a good push forward, but he doesn't have any teammates up there. A lot of times lower ranked players will want to push the ball forward all the time, regardless of whether they have teammates there or not. So a lot of times you're just giving the ball to the other team. Mysticats get a big clear here as it bounces off of Squall. Lemsox is able to keep it out of their corner, but Nola's able to push it back up. Good solid contact from Nola there. Lemsox with a double commit on that clear could put them out of rotation for this defense, but Mysticats is not able to act on it.
There's another save from Random.
Yeah, Random's saves have been awesome this whole series.
Good touch by Mustard.
All right, Mysticats has to score in the next minute and 45 or else they will lose this series. And it looks like they're going to have to score twice. Not quite sure where Mysticats was.
They went a little too aggressive.
Yeah, they overcommitted by far. Lemsox also gets this lucky face-off. Randomize puts himself in the way, but there's actually no hit for him to challenge. And then he fakes out his own teammate. Squall going for booms. Which could be strategic or could just be to get into Mysticats' heads. Because I know when I'm down in a game, if I get boomed when I'm trying to play offense, it is all downhill from there. Attitude-wise.
Lemsox, I've noticed, has probably been the most booming team in the series.
Another open goal by Mysticats.
This is turning into a reverse sweep.
Yep.
The rotations have just fallen apart for Mysticats right now. And with that being said, I don't know if they can recover.
Gonna be rough. They need 3 goals in 1 minute just to take it into overtime. And at this point, it seems like Lemsox really has Mysticats' rotations figured out, and they're able to capitalize on their defensive holes. You know, like I was saying, Mysticats is able to get these good assists when they're able to play offense, but if they don't play good enough defense, they don't get a chance to play offense.
Yeah, Lemsox is just really hammering it into the Mysticats side right now. They know, keep it on their side. They can't score anything.
Exactly. Mysticats has a chance to score here, but it's going to get cleared by Cat. Colonel Mustard up on the wall, tries to go for it, but can't. Squall pushes it up, but Nola keeps it from going center in front of their goal. And at this point, it's looking like this series is going to go to Lemsox.
Reverse sweep.
May have to change my shirt before for the next series. I don't know if
it's okay. The cat can stay because you have, you know, random cat here taking the MVP for Lemsox.
There we go. Great series by Lemsox. They really figured it out there after that first match.
As you can see,